Hello, everyone. We are here, the sleigh bells. I hope everyone is good and is ready for some Valentine. I'm sorry my screen is super dark. I don't know why. I put extra bulbs in. Hi, guys. Who have we got tonight? Shall we introduce everyone again in case people didn't catch our Christmas show, which they should have done because it's on YouTube. It's on Twitch.
And was really awesome.
It was great. But we will just say hey to everyone again. So, TK, you want to shoot?
It's me, TK. On Twitter, I'm TK Joins the Fray, and I write scary stories for bedtimes for good children.
Lisa.
That's it. That's all.
I am Lisa Chen. I am a Dungeons & Dragons writer, one of the Dungeon Masters Guild Adepts, and also the Associate Community Manager for the D&D Adventurers League. And I am at Merciful DM on Twitter, so find me there.
Moth.
I'm Scarlet Moth. I'm a cosplayer and artist on Twitter. I also run a lot of stuff in the Dice Camera Action community. I'm co-host on Waffle Talk, which is the Dice Camera Action reaction show, and now we're just starting to run a zine. So you can find me on Twitter.
Noelle.
Hi, I'm Noelle Cherie. I am a co-host of the Dames and Dragons podcast, which is a Dungeons and Dragons actual play, which is a ton of fun. And other than that, I'm just a guy just hanging out.
Maz, there is something with the overlay.
Yes, I'm just fixing.
I'm the Dungeon Master.
You are not my dungeon
Hey.
No.
All right, everybody.
Tinsel, no.
There was
I'm
a
cool.
murder, but my hair was fabulous, so it was okay.
Please tell me there'll be
Yes.
Yuan-ti. Just nothing but
Everyone
Yuan-ti.
roll to admire me.
So, yes, again, thank you everyone for joining us for this Valentine's murder mystery. As you can see, we've got beautiful character art by Kayla. She's got a little credit there, so
Kayla
you can find her on
It's
Twitter.
amazing.
So good. And she also did the cover. My printer's not working too good, so it just printed out like garbage. But the adventure, which you can find on DM's Guild right now, just search for Cupid's A Rose. So, one rule in this game, no zone of truth, because it would spoil the fun of the murder mystery. So, let's get started.
That's okay. I'm a useless lesbian warlock. It's okay.
Lisa, do you have the thing I sent you?
Oh no, it's in the printer. Hold on. I'll
Ask
bring
the
it up
cat
on
to
the
go get it.
emails, if that's okay.
Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons, folks.
I love how
Oh,
organised we
thank you, Bill.
Did we introduce our characters again?
Yes, let's. Who wants to go first? Nobody.
I'll go
I'll
first.
go
Tinsel
first.
should.
I went first last time. Not it.
I am playing Tinsel, who is an ASMR paladin, but you might know her from the Christmas special as the one and only member of this group who saved Christmas, and definitely ended as the Queen of Christmas on top of the tree. That was not a raccoon. I am a Christmas tree topper.
TK, go. You can be next.
Sorrel is a deep gnome bard that works in the coal mines for Santa's workshop. Has a distinct memory that there was a raccoon on top of the tree at the end of it. The true Queen of Christmas, but Sorrel doesn't believe in those things anyway, so it really doesn't matter.
Ginger.
I am playing Ginger, who is the bar humbug tiefling warlock. Her patron is Santa, and she is quite begrudgingly working her way down the naughty list. But seems this time that she has to solve something to do with Valentine's. She's being outsourced, and this doesn't make her very happy. She also remembers there being a raccoon, and it had very, very strange little hands.
weird. Like everyone has the same shared dream. It's completely fiction.
Almost as though one of us were making it up.
Noel?
2 so far.
The most Christmassy named sleigh bell of all, Noel.
Yes. I play Tan, who is a gnome cleric. She has met and has loved and been in an intimate friendship with said raccoon. I'm confused about why someone would say that Tan's best friend in the whole cruel world wouldn't exist, but yeah, so last time Tan calmed down candy canes and let loose her pet raccoon who lived under her cloak, and his name was Namfoodle. He did become the tree topper. We'll see what happened to him, I guess. Also, just so you guys know, Tan did have a cold during the last campaign or whatever, so her voice may sound different now.
I thought you
And I
said
think-
Cole, like she was bad for Christmas.
That's impossible.
I think whenever we've got some Namfoodle action, I think everyone needs to spam that RACC attack emoji in chat today, because we've got Twitch has a raccoon emoji.
Twitch
Fantastic.
Is correct.
So spam that raccoon.
In fact, spam it every time Tinsel talks. I will give you a
Yes,
shiny
I
nickel.
don't know what raccoon everyone is talking about. I've never met a raccoon in my life.
Okay, so Tinsel. Well, everyone, it's a quiet time of year for you. You know, the busyness of Christmas has passed and things are winding down. Ginger, you're just doing your admin, you know, moving kids from bad column to good column and vice versa.
And back to
Sorrel,
bad column, because they're
back to-
all awful.
Sorrel, you've been busy working those mines. And Tinsel, you hold in your hand an envelope emblazoned only with a feather. You're not sure how it got to you, but it arrived moments ago and you get the feeling it is important. You tear into it and begin to read the letter within.
Everyone stop everything you're doing. Some fan mail has arrived for me. I will read it for you all. Dearest adventurer, that's me. I call to you in this a great hour of need. My beautiful girlfriend Enid has been murdered. This is a weird letter. I'm going to get the city guard. Whilst I do this, please come immediately and find out who has committed this dreadful crime. It is one of 4 people currently in the shop. Yours, Cupid. P.S. I should probably tell you this letter has been enchanted with teleportation magic. Draw these runes on the floor, step in holding the letter, and it will bring you straight here. Hurry. And there's some runes.
It's a lot of work for
This is
someone who's
an
supposed to be
odd
getting the
fan letter, but there's
police. Do we
Yes,
have
that's-
to do this?
Let's just take 4 strangers and get them to solve a murder. It'll be fine.
I met Cupid once.
Of course you did, Tan. I'm not even surprised.
He was beautiful.
I actually kind of believe her.
You
What
should
was
believe
Cupid
me.
like?
I haven't told a lie in 60 years.
Defying the DM, I immediately cast Zone of Truth. I don't do that. I didn't prepare.
It's true.
I'll let you cast it on 10.
So I get to work writing these runes to go meet my BFF Cupid.
I have a quick. Isn't he getting the police though? Did he put this in the mailbox and?
It's magical.
Okay.
It's very
We're
magical.
the only
Suspicious.
police around here.
What?
I think it'd be really nice to surprise a fan with an appearance. Like every once in a while, you have to put in some FaceTime.
Sorrel,
And if you
you
know
know-
Cupid, that's great.
Sorrel, you know we're not allowed to question magic. It makes the boss really mad, and I don't want my pay deducted again.
Come on,
Wait, I'm not
in. I'm
not getting
finished with the
paid.
runes now.
Since
I'm
Sorrel
waiting.
sees Tan as the leader of the party anyway, Sorrel's just gonna go ahead and obey Tan.
I think that Ginger's going to summon her sprite
Mm-hmm.
for and is just going to tell him, "You look after the paperwork. I've got to go do whatever this is," and sort of just follows Sorrel.
Okay. And obviously, Tinsel will be jumping straight into the circle, no doubt.
First, I will teach the sprite my signature so it can keep signing my photographs for people. And then I will flounce into the circle.
Ginger's just looking at the sprite like, "Don't do it."
Sorrel's just looking at Ginger.
I pat Tinsel on the back and say, "You're such a confident young lady. It's charming."
I am charming.
That's a word.
You step
Let's
into
go.
You step into the circle, and the portal magic takes effect, pulling you through the nether. In the blink of an eye, where you were has disappeared, and you stand before a modest shop front. Through the glass, you can make out draped swathes of chiffon, organza, and silk in warm hues, and displays of deep red roses, elegant pale lilies, and bright gerberas. On the windows, decals spell out the name of the shop, Cupid's A Rose.
Well, this is garish.
I think it's lovely.
Of course you would.
It sets off my eyes.
I don't know. I kind of like the flowers. I don't get to see them very much.
It sets off all of our eyes. All of our eyes look great.
Now, Tan, did you bring your little Do I see if Tan has the hunchback on?
My hunchback trembles.
How are your hunchback's eyes?
Oh, it's sparkling.
Sorrel just notices and goes like, "Ooh,"
Glowing in
and
the
kinda,
dark.
like edges
hunchback
away.
for you.
PTSD flashbacks.
Yeah, I mean, because this raccoon's like the size of Sorrel, so.
Yeah.
Tan, since you know this gentleman, would you like the honor of announcing my presence?
Oh, I would love it. So can we just go right on in?
Sure.
I barge in, and I'm like, Cupid, how's
I'm
my
just gonna-
little buddy?
We'll wait outside.
A small bell jangles merrily above your head as you push open the door, and the waft of cut foliage assails your nostrils. Inside, a motley collection of creatures are busying themselves. At the counter at the far left of the store, a short, tanned, blonde-haired woman appears to be shouting angrily at a bored-looking cashier. On your right, a mind flayer is arranging a bouquet, pausing every few seconds to sneeze loudly. And by one of the windows, an elegantly attired female member of staff is gazing outside with a bored look on her face.
Did you say there's little creatures? Those are like the monsters, not like little animals.
No animals. There are a cashier,
Mm-hmm.
a customer, a mind flayer, and another female member of staff.
Okay.
Not
I
to
call out.
typecast, but mind flayer.
Can I hear that lady shouting?
From
I know
outside,
it's
yes.
Anne's turn. Oh, okay.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. It's
So
all
sorry.
you.
What was she shouting?
She is very unhappy with the bouquets at the moment.
How do the bouquets look?
Oh, they have no lilies in, and she wanted lilies.
Who cares what they look like? She's being a dick. Like who
Oh.
she shouts at a cashier. I mean,
I go up to the counter and I'm like, these bouquets are so beautiful. You have to sell them to me. Don't sell them to whoever this is. And I
Aw.
smile at that person. I smile at both of them.
The woman just sort of ignores you, and then she just rummages in her bag and she pulls out this sending stone, and then she starts yelling into it, and she's very unhappy with the caterers apparently as well. She's going,
Can we hear her
16?
yelling outside?
You can. 16? I said 60. Why would only 16 guests come to this wedding? It's the wedding of the year.
I smile at her really big and I say, 60's not that many either, dear.
She sort of glares at you and stalks off to another corner of the shop.
Sorrel just kind of makes like this.
What a lovely woman.
Ginger just looked at Sorrel and was just like, so this is what we're dealing with. Great. I left customer service for a reason.
I'm okay with kneecapping someone today. I could live with this.
I'd like to see that. I'm always up for you kneecapping someone.
Tinsel is outside, just smiling and blinking, waiting to hear her name shouted.
Well, I haven't seen Cupid yet. Can I go up to the cashier and ask her where I can find a mourner?
She sighs very heavily as you walk up to her. And you notice she's sort of like doesn't look at you. She's just looking to one side, and she's Cupid. He is not here. He has gone to fetch the guards. We must stay until he returns. I suppose he has sent for you.
Yeah, of course.
Very well. You will want to go in the back room.
I kind of like look around and then I say, announcing Tinsel!
Tinsel leaps in, sort of like, ta-da! And I guess there was like just the one lady in the shop, but she's gonna say, everybody calm down, everybody calm down. A single file line is fine.
Sorrel's gonna go in behind her and just like into the back of her knee, like brushing past her, like, poof. Oh man, sorry.
Oh, it's okay, Sorrel. You're so clumsy. And then I'm gonna go stand next to the disgruntled customer, so that a line forms next to me.
I get in the line and then I tell you guys what happened. That Cupid is not here.
So where's the dead person then? Is the dead person here?
Hell if I know.
Oh. That seems important.
Miss Cashier, is there a dead person somewhere?
Yes, the back room.
Okay. Well, do you need us to take care of this customer here? She seems awfully rude.
Yeah, expecting you to wait on her while you have a dead body in the back room.
She is under suspicion too. We must not leave. I will just ignore her.
Ginger just gets out her little roll that she always has on her and starts writing down some notes on the naughty list. Excuse me, ma'am, what was your name?
And which one is she talking to?
To the customer.
Karen, not that it's any of your business.
Of course it's Karen.
The ultimate white suburban mum.
She's wearing like a angled bob.
That's a lovely name.
Start writing her name down like, That's what they all say.
Mm,
All right, rolls it back up. Well, we need to see this body. Well, it's not what I wanted to see today. But at least I haven't had breakfast yet. This is fine. After you, Tinsel.
A dead body. I don't understand what's going on. It's like it's a theme party for me.
I'm just going to go in the back room.
I'll follow after Sorrel, but I don't know if this is like a lot of florist shops and there's like glittery doodads everywhere. Are there?
Yeah, probably.
All right, I'm gonna just help myself to some of them and also some of the flowers and just start like adorning.
Mhm.
I wasn't dressed for a party.
Okay.
And whilst Tinsel's doing this, Ginger summons her mage hand and just starts taking the flowers back out of Tinsel's hair and putting them back into display.
I don't notice.
Is the back room locked at all?
No, the door is closed, so you gently push the door open and step cautiously into the room at the rear of the shop. Your footsteps are the only noise breaking the eerie silence here. It's a simply furnished room: a bed, a chair, a desk, a bookcase. Oh yes, and a dead gnome.
Oh, okay. Is the body covered at all or anything, or?
Oh no. It's clear that it's just been discovered and left straight away.
Okay. Is it readily apparent how they died? Can I tell that at all?
Everyone could
She
do
died.
a perception check for me.
Okay.
Let's get some dice rolling.
Ooh.
21.
Oh, holy shit! I got a natural 20.
So,
Tan sees everything.
what's that with your perception, Tan?
A natural 20?
Yeah, plus perception.
Let me look.
Tinsel?
I'm about to get really CSI up in here, you guys.
Ginger got a
It-
6.
That's a
I got a
24
5.
with my perception.
Yeah, I got a 21.
Tinsel?
Ginger doesn't see anything and is surprisingly squeamish.
5 as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Preoccupied with the flowers.
25.
Yeah.
All that Tinsel and Ginger see are the very obvious, as you're looking at the gnome beside, Enid's head, there is a heavy silver brush and also a silver mirror, which reflects your worried face as you examine this scene. And the brush is
There's a
stained
mirror?
red with blood, and it's clear that it's been used to stave the poor gnome's skull repeatedly in a furious rage. But also, Ginger and Tan, you see that as you inspect the body further, Enid has a garish handkerchief clutched in one hand, and also there's no trappings of the florists in this back room. It's more of a living quarters, but there is a single white lily lying on the floor near the body as well.
Okay.
Silver brush.
And that was Tan and Sorrel who saw that, right?
Yeah.
As living quarters. Would I be able to look at it and see how many people could feasibly live in it, like a bed or something, like if it's a double bed or a queen or something?
It's a double. It looks like like Cupid and he's
Okay,
very
so like a
pregnant.
couple.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it looks like she was
Cohabitating.
brushing her hair, and then she's just sort of lying back. The chair's tipped over, so the brush has been grabbed. She's been smacked into the head repeatedly, and then just on the floor.
She was killed while brushing her hair? That is really, really terrible and my worst nightmare.
Well, we should probably see if anybody heard anything because she would have seen them in the mirror, right? Can we just? I'm just gonna relay to them everything that I noticed.
Okay.
Yeah, I pick up the brush, and I say,
Don't.
Oh no.
I'm not
Brush.
ready.
A brush with death, I see. And then Namfoodle's hands come out, his terrible little hands, and make sunglasses. And in the distance, you hear, yeah!
Ginger leaves the room.
In the distance, you just hear, pew, pew, pew.
Womp, womp, womp.
Oh, man.
We can just end the game there.
That's fine.
We're done.
Thanks,
I
everyone.
think
Good
we all
night.
did what we came here to do.
No, we have not, because I've got a joke later.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Not ready.
Oh, I'm ready to hear it.
Okay, so she was definitely killed, and it's just like the white lily there. Are there any other lilies or anything? Are there any more other lilies like sitting around? Because you said there's not a lot of florist supplies in here.
No, it's just that.
So there's no lilies up front, and there's no lilies back here.
There are lilies up front.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought that they were out of lilies. I didn't know the cashier was just incompetent.
Can we conceivably get more information by like investigating these items, or do we basically just know they're here and that's the clue?
Those are, you won't get anything from inspecting them as they are.
Okay, good to know.
But they may
Was
have
the mirror like a
relevance.
vanity or was it like a
A
hand?
hand mirror?
I will
Oh,
take
okay.
Of course you will. Tinsel, don't tamper with the evidence.
that. Hand mirror.
Sorrel just like watches her. It's like, oh yeah, you think that they would have, okay, that's cool. Just take it then.
This
Great.
could be an important clue.
I think it is. Good idea.
Yeah. I think
Thank
we
you,
need to
Pam.
talk to Karen.
I think you're right. Good idea.
I think she also needs a walloping, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, let's do that one.
The walloping or the questioning, because I'm down for both.
Sorrel's already out of the room. Sorrel's already left.
Ginger follows.
I will say we've only met or seen 3 of my fans, and there's supposed to be 4 here. There's the Mind Flayer, the Surly Lady, Karen.
There was another member of staff standing near the window.
Oh, okay. Window staff.
Can I?
All
Is
right.
there something in this room? Did we already cover up the body? Can I do that?
You could grab a sheet off the bed and do
All right, I do that and then I leave.
that. Okay.
All right, so coming out of the back room, which one of these 4 people would you say is closest to me?
Probably the cashier.
Sorrel's just gonna kind of like walk over to the main thing and like look for a step stool since the other gnome must have worked there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like gonna grab like a little step stool and like climb up on it and like kind of.
So you're going to speak to the cashier, yeah?
I would love to.
Okie dokie. So, as you approach the cashier, on her uniform she's got a little pin badge and it says, "Hi, I'm Tatiana." And as you approach Tatiana, you see she's picking up flowers, looking at them, and then placing them to one side. She doesn't look at you when you approach, but pulls a veil over her face, and then she turns to you.
Not very good at hiding facial expressions, so just gonna like. Hi. Rough day?
Yeah, working here is not as good as it used to be.
Yeah, bosses, right? There's a dead body in the back room. What is up with that?
Oh, that child in it. Puh. She,
Child?
Not all gnomes are children, you realize?
she comes in. She work here 5 minutes because she dates the boss. She thinks she can be manager. I been here the longest.
I like your
Oh.
accessory.
My veil?
Yes.
It's
Is that because of the theme party, the murder theme party, or is that for something else, your accessory.
Murder theme party? Tinsel, do me some perception.
Yeah. That's better. 14.
Okay, so she's wearing this sort of like headscarf wrapped around her head. And as you're sort of like looking at her veil and admiring it and down the side, oh, that's nice. You do notice a snake head darting out and then tucking back in.
Oh. Tinsel will back away a little bit because she doesn't know if like that's the sort of thing she can catch. And she'll kind of like whisper to the others like she has snakes.
Would Ginger have any idea what snake hair would signify in a person?
Oh, well, Ginger
Can
coordinates the list, so she would know that the Medusas are very naughty children.
Tatiana, where were you when this murder, well, this accident murder happened?
It was last night. I was at home working. This order book, the mess of it. This stupid Karen woman. Look, she changed her order 5 times. She messed up my paper. I have to redo them at home.
And you said that Karen was screaming about wanting white lilies in her bouquets?
Chris, and she points at the mind flayer. Chris was supposed to make the bouquet, but they are allergic to lilies. And you hear in the background, you see that again.
Never mind the mind flayer working in this shop. I'm not racist, I promise. I have questions about why someone who's allergic to a very common type of flower would work in a florist.
That is not for me to know. They work with other plant, so you know.
So, dear, one of your snakes is poking out.
She just like panic pats her head and then sort of like runs off away from you.
Sorrel kind of like sees that and actually kind of trusts her more now that Sorrel knows that there's like this monstrous thing going on. So it's kind of like, well,
I'd be embarrassed too.
Where did she run off to?
Just to another bit of the shop.
Okay, can Tan make eye contact with her?
Oh yeah, she didn't go very far. Literally about
Yeah.
maybe 5 feet. She just
Okay,
sort of
Tan makes eye contact with her and then like pulls up the like back of her coat and like a little horrible hand pops out. And she winks.
My son.
We're the same, she and I.
Tatiana sort of like, you can't see her face, but her head tilts as if she's looking curiously at you.
Cool.
properly weirded out now. Ooh.
Or she knows she has a friend in me.
I meant Sorrel.
Or you know you have a friend in me. Fine. Okay. So who haven't we talked to? We haven't talked to the Chris?
Mind Flayer.
Mind Flayer.
Chris the Mind Flayer.
Or the
the
really emo kid. Yeah, emo kid by the window.
Oh.
Probably painting all the roses black.
Okay. Very cool. I'm gonna go talk to the emo kid by the window.
Okay.
How does this person look?
So she is wearing a badge, and her one says, "Hi, my name is Agnes or Agnes." It's got an accent on it. She is exquisite. Although she's got the same uniform as the other staff, hers is much more tailored. The cuts more flattering. The fabrics are richer. Not a hair is out of place on her coiffured head. And her heavily lined eyes are flawless, and the hint of a sneer plays across her scarlet lips.
What's she
I
looking
don't like
at?
her.
She's gazing out of the window down the street in a particular direction.
While Tan's doing that, is there any way that Sorrel can get behind the cashier's desk without anyone noticing?
Stealth.
Or like glance around? Yeah. A 9.
No. As you
Dang
sort of
it.
try and sneak round, Tatiana rushes back to her place.
Just kind of like fake whistle and wanders off.
Tan, what would you like to say to Agnes?
So you like windows, huh?
They are okay. Can I help you, Shelly?
You have a charming accent.
Oh, merci.
I don't know what you said. That's wonderful.
Are you
Cultural exchange.
a friend of Cupid?
How could you tell?
Has he ever mentioned me?
I haven't talked to him in a while.
Oh, she looks quite sad at that. She was like,
Sorrel gives like a side eye to Ginger, like a little.
Can Ginger
Oh.
get a perception or an insight on this staff member while she's talking to Tan?
sure. What are you trying to work out on her?
Something about the way she's talking about Cupid.
Okay, sure.
Has Cupid ever mentioned me?
I don't
My
think
name's
so.
Tan.
No, all he ever talks about is that silly gnome.
The dead one.
Oui. Best.
That's
I'm a silly gnome as well, so I needed to specify.
Pardon. I meant Enid. She... So annoying how he could love such a creature. I do not know.
She's super dead.
And I am super beautiful.
Wow.
I really don't
Wow.
like her.
Sorrel actually says that like out loud, like even though they're
Yeah.
trying to like surreptitiously hide behind like little brigs and stuff, they're just wow.
Yeah, Tan is actually also starting not to like her, amazingly.
Ginger got 16 on that insight.
It's plain as day to you. She is pining for Cupid. She is looking out the window for him. You know, she is like, why is he with this gnome and not me?
I mean, he's not anymore, is he?
I hope that you find the help you obviously need. And I walk away.
Doesn't care that Enid is dead.
I mean, so far, I don't know if anyone has cared that Enid is
I'm like, wow.
like Cupid seems to be the only one, maybe.
That is strange, isn't it?
His letter was tepid at best, though, so we'll see.
Yeah, he was like, I'm just gonna post this and FedEx it to you. I'm not gonna pay for next overnight shipping or anything. Gets
My
to us, like, 2
girlfriend
weeks
is a
after.
corpse now. See you soon. Anyway.
Could have
Ginger's
teleported to the police.
Ginger's going to go over and very very tentatively go over to Chris, the mind flayer.
Mhm.
She's heard the stories of all the mind flayers on the naughty list, so she's
Okay.
a bit sheepish.
So watching Chris work is an experience in of itself. So their tentacles are darting around the blooms and foliage, definitely nudging them into position. Every few minutes, they wrap all their tentacles round the bunch and sneeze loudly. Toom! A cloud of petals erupts and settles around them, and then they pick out the most damaged stems and begin to work again.
Oh, poor buddy.
Yeah. And Chris looks at you and goes, "Yes, hello." You
Hello.
notice that Chris has another badge that says, "Hi, I'm Chris" on it, but there's a smaller pin badge just above it that the other staff
What
weren't
does-
wearing.
What does that one say?
Percept it for me, please.
Okay. 19.
Wow. So not only do you see this badge is in the shape of a brain, but the phrase 7 days is engraved on it.
Samara? What the hell?
He's brain sober.
Sorrel is like frantically grabbing like the sleeve on Ginger's shirt, not because they see that, but because mind flayers and monsters like that from the Underdark make them extremely nervous. And so by default does not trust this guy.
Mr. Chris, sir.
Oh, I am not a mister. I'm just a Chris.
Chris. Ginger's extremely nervous.
Are you having
Where-
allergies, dear?
I think I'm allergic to lilies as well.
I am allergic to lilies.
Where were you on the night of Enid's demise?
Last night, I was busy. Definitely not murdering her.
Busy killing someone.
I was busy. Yeah.
Well, her brain's still in her head, so you obviously haven't eaten it.
His tentacles.
Not yet.
Their tentacles twitch as you sort of mention the brain. They sort of like stiffen up a bit.
Oh, I'm very
eat
sorry.
anybody.
I know that's
I didn't eat anybody. I promise.
yeah. I saw that you haven't eaten Enid. I'm sorry. I know that you are you're a recovering brain addict. I understand.
How did you know?
I know things.
I was at a meeting last night.
What did he say?
I was at a meeting last night.
I won't tell anyone. Just between you and me.
I got this badge. Points at the little pin badge. I've
You're doing
been...
so well.
Thank you.
I'm sure that Cupid must be very proud of you. Is Cupid your boss?
Yes, he's our boss, yes. He's very kind. He takes in all sorts of miscreants and gives us jobs.
That's very kind of him.
We're a very diverse and eclectic staff.
So I see that there's an Illithid, a Medusa, and
And Agnes.
an Agnes on the staff. What can you tell me about her?
I can't say her name very well. She doesn't like it because I can't say it. Agnes. She's very fashionable, and very elegant, and very lazy.
Lazy.
Unless Cupid is looking.
I see how it is.
And then
Narc.
she is very busy when he is looking.
Did you know Enid very well?
She's very clever, and the tentacles twitch again, as like they think about how clever she is.
Sorrel tries to look brave, but is like edging behind Ginger a little.
I'm just sort of like patting Sorrel on the shoulder, like, it's okay, it's okay.
Yes, she's very clever. Cupid kind of puts her in charge of us slightly to help him out because she had good ideas for the shop. And it's very smart.
Okay. Thank you very much for your help. I hope you don't have too much more trouble with the lilies.
Thank you.
But did you notice any of the lilies going missing?
I try to stay away from them.
Understandable. Have a nice day. And she just backs away slowly, then quite quickly.
So Tinsel had heard Tan talking to and complimenting Agnes.
Hmm.
And so she's just like really, really annoyed right now.
Okay.
I don't know if it ended with compliments, but I guess they did happen.
So she didn't walk over to the other side. Because Agnes is her new arch nemesis. But she's really suspicious of Tatiana. I know that Tatiana kind of went on about how Enid thinks she's a boss and how annoying that is, but that's not the reason. I laser focused on like one particular thing. I'm gonna kind of walk up to Tatiana and be like, "Can you brush it?"
She sort of hisses at you slightly and she says, I would prefer if you kept it quiet.
If what?
You kept it quiet. I am here for reasons. And you realise that what she's been doing, while you were sort of talking to everyone else, is she's been taking roses and looking at them and petrifying them, and then putting them to one side. So she has this little pile of like marble roses to use in arrangements.
That's cool.
I'm a florist,
Probably
and I'm
super
like
heavy.
in real life, and I'm like, ooh, I want marble roses. But Tinsel will say, yeah, I mean, I would be really mad if I couldn't brush my hair. That must be really awful. I'd want to like murder someone who could brush their hair.
She says, I do not worry about. I'd never see what it looks like anyway.
Oh. So you deny then that you have anything to do with what happened in that room?
I did not like the girl, but no, I did not do anything.
Who do you think someone else here might have? I mean, Agnes looks really suspicious.
That and yes, she just lazy girl, just mooning over Cupid the whole time. Never work.
Yeah, I don't like her, and her hair is weird.
And
and I don't think she looks charming or exquisite.
she mock the roses. Karen want 100 roses for her wedding. I work on them, see? And Agnes think this is tacky.
Agnes thinks they're tacky.
Da.
I mean,
We're like,
she's
no.
really tacky. So, is that why they switched to lilies?
I do not. She changed her mind, so I do not know what Karen wants.
No. Well, Tinsel's just gonna say really loudly, while just helping one of the marble roses. Well, I think the marble roses are beautiful, and anyone who thinks they're tacky has terrible taste in all things and fashion and accessories and hair.
Agnes's face is just like,
Yeah. And I'm gonna like kind of weave the marble flower into my hair situation.
What
It's really
a
heavy,
look!
but
For the first time, Sorrel like feels really good about something that Tinsel Cataly said, and they just like peek out from behind Ginger, and they're like, tacky.
Would we have overheard this conversation?
it's not
That's,
a overly big shop, so
Okay. Miss Tatiana, you mentioned something about not being able to see yourself. Are you not able to use mirrors?
yeah, I cannot. And she sort of like, she was doing the roses, and she pulls the veil down and looks at you, and she's like, I cannot look at you, so.
You can use my mirror if you want, new best friend Tatiana.
No,
No,
Tinsel.
I don't understand.
It's a racially sensitive topic.
Wow.
You don't just ask someone why they can't have mirrors.
Oh, um, Tinsel is a little bit embarrassed and is just gonna turn around and walk away from it.
Tan says, "Do you want me to draw a picture of you, dear?" And I do it. Before she answers, I start doing it.
Oh.
It looks bad, you guys.
Tatiana's just like, nobody has ever done this for me. She's just really touched by this gesture.
I hand it over, and it is, like I said, a travesty of a drawing, but I hand it over with the unrelated question: what kind of person was this Enid? That's the name of the lady who died, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I sure hope so.
She says, well, she work hard and she run things well, but she here 5 minutes, so why not promote me? I work hard too.
I stare into my horror of a drawing and I say, "It's true, you're very hardworking and beautiful woman, so I don't understand why you wouldn't be promoted. You should all be managers." Except for Agnes.
I don't know. She seems like she has a perfect managerial attitude.
Yeah.
So Tinsel had kind of moved away with her stone rose, and she hears Tan complimenting Tatiana and calling her beautiful, and she just kind of like snaps the stone rose in half.
Perfect. Warms Sorrel's heart, just like watching.
Tan has
like,
enough worship to go around.
Yes. Okay. Well, Sorrel's gonna make that beeline for Karen,
Okay.
but also pull Ginger's sleeve with them because they are very small, very petite.
Ginger is coming along to provide muscle.
Yeah, muscle.
Mm-hmm.
My -1 strength muscle.
So Karen is back on her sending stone again, and this time, she's yelling into it. You can only hear her side of the conversation, but you're piecing together this time that one of the bridesmaids hasn't turned up for a dress fitting, and she is an absolute trash fire of a woman, and she should probably not be a bridesmaid anymore. And why did I ever ask Shanice to do that for me? There were hundreds of other people I could have chosen. This is the wedding of the year.
Sorrel's gonna go ahead and reach up and just tip that elbow hard enough to send that sending stone onto the floor.
Karen sort of spins round and is just like, what? Can't you see? I'm trying to organise this wedding.
Cool. There's a dead person in the back room.
I don't care.
You know anything about that?
She wasn't invited, so it's not important.
Cool. There's a dead person in the back room. Do you know anything about that?
Are they arranging the funeral for the same day that the wedding's on? Because
yes.
that could be a problem.
You know, Shanice was actually the director for that. I remember she definitely called up here earlier and said that she couldn't make a wedding.
Well,
she'd much rather go to the funeral
about
of the
her
year.
Commitments before she decided she wanted to be my bridesmaid. I mean, like,
yeah, she's catering for like 200 people for this funeral. It's really sad. I wonder if any of them are going to be able to show up for that wedding. God, I think she said it was like one of the tackiest things she'd ever heard.
What? How dare you?
I don't know.
How dare you talk about my wedding like that?
How dare you not know how to hold a phone?
This is the most important day of my life, and nobody and nothing is going to ruin this for me.
Oh, I'm so bored with this. Okay, cool. Do you know how this person died back here?
No,
Where were you last night?
busy.
Busy
With?
killing someone?
I'm organising a wedding. Of course, I'm busy.
Busy
where were
killing
you?
someone?
Probably arguing with the caterers again. Do you know how can you confuse 60 and 16?
If you're not enunciating.
I
No,
don't
they're
know.
just
Maybe if
times.
most of them were showing up for a funeral.
And I don't even know why I use this store. I was told it was the best, and it's ridiculous. I mean, look at the staff here. The cashier won't even look at me. She got this stupid veil on. That thing, and she points at Chris. Yeah, that just gives me the heebie-jeebies. All those tentacles. And Madam over there is just snooty as anything. Turns her nose up at my plans.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is a very important day. It's the most important day of my life. Just.
It sounds like you really have your priorities straight.
Is just gonna like push past Sorrel, and Ginger.
Tiny
Just-
2-foot gnome.
Just
I
bump-
agree with everything you just said about these people.
Thank you. Someone with
They-
some sense.
They are terrible, and I'm just gonna like throw the broken rose over my shoulder, like, and their merchandise is so tacky, and I'm just gonna look pointedly at Tatiana.
Can I do any perception on Karen or anything about like whether she's defensive about the line of questioning beyond
Sure.
the
being snooty and
Being
stuck up
snooty.
and
Yeah.
being Karen,
Insight's
being
good.
such a Karen.
Insight's
Oh,
good.
insight, yeah.
freaking Karen.
No. That's a 14.
She's definitely sort of not telling you everything, but you don't know what or why really.
While Sorrel is like looking her up and down, I'll just like continue to commiserate with Karen. I'm just like, I've never planned a wedding, but I've planned a lot of autograph signings, and events are hard work.
Tell me about it. I'm so
Yeah,
glad to have
you
found
must
someone
be-
that understands his situation here with me.
You must be busy all of the time. I mean, tell me about this Rose to Lily situation. What is that about?
Like that thing, and she points at Chris again, and I want lilies in my bouquet, you know, an elegant flower, touch of class to the layout, maybe matching buttonholes, look really good. Apparently they can't even touch the lilies.
That's
Why employ someone allergic to the flowers in a florist? I tell you, what sort of place is this?
Yeah, I don't know. It's people who are just like really unfashionable and uncharming and not beautiful inside or out.
I know,
I-
Is the
right?
sandwich
heard the
stone still
cashier
on the
can't-
floor?
Even brush her own hair. It's a mess.
She can't brush her hair. What kind of disgusting woman is she?
I know.
I don't know. What kind of disgusting woman are you?
She sort of just gives you a bit of side eye and then turns back to Tinsel.
I mean, I never got to meet Enid, but my guess would be she was a piece of work as well. Did you get to meet her?
Oh, briefly, I mean, she took my orders down wrong. She assigned that disgusting thing to do the bouquets. She just quantities wrong. And now the cashier's in a mood with me because I had to change things because that thing couldn't do the work, and just the service in this shop. And then I made a complaint. She didn't want to hear it.
Well, I mean, first of all, she sounds terrible.
She was.
Her head's
She
bashed
really
in
was.
right now, but
Oh, well,
even
good.
before, I bet if we were in a beauty pageant, I would win.
What?
Did you
Um,
say, oh, good?
Well,
Are you happy that someone has been murdered?
I'm happy that there's one less person messing up my wedding plans.
Wow. I have a naughty list here. And
Oh,
you
good
don't
for you.
you don't even deserve to be on that. You're getting more than coal this year, I tell you that much.
Wait, Ginger, she's getting her own list?
She's getting her own list. Don't worry, Tinsel, you're on your own list as well, but it's not the same one that she's on.
Oh, okay. So another person has their own list. You said I was the only person who got my own list.
This is the list of this
Karens?
person is going to be hellish rebuked and thrown in a pit.
Okay. And I'm just gonna kind of like look at Karen, who was my best friend a second ago. And I'm just gonna say, I think your wedding palette sucks. And I'm gonna walk over to Chris.
Her eyes are just burning with fury now.
Tinsel is just burning through bridges. There's not that many NPCs left. I'm so happy.
I've got one left.
I have faith that she will somehow magically rebuild them, though.
Oh, no
She'll
math.
wear them
Nam-
down.
Before Nam Foodle tears them down.
I don't know who
He's a
that
good
is.
boy.
My back hump twitches. Wiggles.
I think we have to say the name 3 times, right?
We shall see. I also want to ask this. Oh wait, no, we already asked her about Enid. I want to ask Chris about Enid. We haven't done that, right?
He said that she was like really smart, and that
I thought
he
that
would
was
probably
I
find.
thought that was Agnes. Is I wrong about that?
No, I don't think Agnes had anything nice to say about Enid.
No, I thought he was talking about. Or
Oh,
I don't think he had
Talking about
anything nice to
Agnes.
say about Agnes.
Oh,
I think
sorry.
he thought
That's
she was
my
just
bad.
Just said
lazy.
she
Never
was
mind
lazy.
then.
No, it's fine. Yeah, I think he said she was
Oh.
lazy.
Okay.
Ginger would like to go over to Agnes.
Okay.
Or Agnes.
And yes.
And yes.
She sort of
excuse me.
sighs heavily. She's like, what now?
Oh, I was just going to come over and say how beautiful you were today, and I just wanted to ask you a few questions.
Merci,
Lovely
ma chérie.
Agnes.
Ma chérie,
And I'm going
you
to
are-
cast Charm Person on her.
Oh, okay. So, what's your DC for that save?
14.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I rolled a 19, so.
Ah,
But she's, like, quite flattered by your compliments. And
Okay.
is smiling at you.
so, what can you tell me about working here?
We have the most wonderful boss. Cupid. Have you heard of him?
Oh, yes, my friend Tan has told me so much about him.
Oh, did she say if he mentioned me at all?
Oh, I'm not sure, but I'm sure I've seen your name pop up before.
Oh, that is wonderful. She's just really, like, excited about this.
I didn't say what list it was on. And what can you tell me about the other staff here? And what do you do? Say if someone wanted to find a new job with a boss who doesn't have a all binding contract on them.
Sometimes I make bouquet. That is mostly what happens here.
You're not allergic to lilies as well, are you?
Oh, no, I can handle all the bloom. Chris is allergic, but we just take on the bouquet he cannot do.
How come you're not taking on these bouquets then?
Because that woman does not like me.
no one does.
What? Do you know her, or was this just from her coming into the store and throwing her weight about?
She said I had a look on my face when she spoke about the roses.
You not a fan of roses?
Not Tatiana's. I don't know as that woman gets through the day without checking how she looks. She take no care in her appearance.
That's fair.
And what were you doing last night?
I was shopping.
Ooh, shopping. What were you shopping for? What did you get?
Just some new clothes. Do insight.
Okay, that's a 22. That was a natural 20.
She was not shopping.
Can I see the new clothes? You should tell me all about it.
Oh, I did not bring them to work. No.
I'm surprised. I thought you would be getting new clothes to wear to work to impress your boss.
Well, he's not so easily impressed these days.
Why is that?
This girlfriend of his is innate.
Well, she's not girlfriend anymore. I'm not sure if you noticed out back.
Maybe, but I cannot bear to see him so upset.
While this is happening, Tinsel is gonna kind of like go over to Sorrel, and kind of like lean down next to them, and just whisper in their ear, Ginger's seems to be getting along really well with Agnes.
How dare you, Tinsel?
She just called her girlfriend. Like, they're talking about shopping. Do you think Agnes is gonna get her own list too?
I mean, I don't know anything about that. I don't know. Ginger can do what she wants. Do you think that she likes her enough to get her own list?
I don't know. She seems to just be giving everybody lists. It's like not even a list then. I don't understand what's going on today at all.
Track of all of her list.
So, just on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you think she would like a person enough to give them a list?
I used to think that it was like a 12 because I had one. But then she just gave Karen one, and she like just met Karen. So I don't
Sorrel
really
is less
understand.
convinced by this.
I was really excited about today and meeting some fans and bringing cheer into the world, and I feel like I'm gonna get a wrinkle, and I'm really upset.
Sorrel's not super sympathetic, but will look over and see this person who's obviously like finds Ginger extremely charming and kind of just like grabs like the flower and like
on Sorrel right now.
Tan comes up and pulls her off and gives her a hug and says, "I never got an autograph, dear."
Okay.
And then I hold out Namfoodle.
She's supposed to sign Namfoodle?
Did I stutter?
Like, I said what I said.
Who should I make it out to?
To me, Tan. Tinsel.
Okay. And then I'm just gonna dip my quill in some ink and just like scribble on Namfoodle, just like furiously trying
Namfoodle runs away. He does not appreciate that. He is gonna run up to Chris. Because he sees some robes and he thinks they're my robes. He's disoriented and afraid now, Tinsel. He's scared. But Tan just
cheered
laughs.
me up a lot, Tan. Thank you.
Sorrel is also scared.
So there's this
Wow, I love
massive
animal abuse.
crash and clatter as like Chris is just like thrashing around, and they're just going, "What? They're my robe!" And like the bouquet they were making goes flying, and Agnes is just like scrunching her nose. She's just scrunching her nose up and like, "What is this?"
It's a really fat cat. Just don't question it.
Wait, and yes, doesn't like Namfoodle?
She thinks
How-
it's disgusting.
How dare she?
How dare she?
How dare she?
And I run over to collect Namfoodle. I'm so sorry, young madam person. That's just my friend. I'll be collecting him, and I lift up Chris's robes.
And Chris is just like, "I'm having such a bad day today."
I'll just fish Namfoodle out. Does Chris happen to have any handkerchiefs on him since he's allergic?
1 second, my camera's frozen by the look of it.
Oh yeah, looks like it is.
Yeah,
It froze in an excellent place, though.
Yeah, you look very cute.
thanks. I don't. My phone's
Well,
decided
now I
it's
can't
low
see you,
power
so-
mode.
Oh,
Help! Charge.
it's not frozen anymore,
Oh, isn't it? Oh yeah.
or it wasn't.
It's looking at a wall now.
Yeah.
It's a nice wall.
That's some art.
Still a nice wall.
Okay.
Oh, that is a nice boulder.
That's a nice.
Why are you not charging? Sorry. It was supposed
I
to
wonder
be.
Meanwhile,
what sort of weird creature
Okay.
Agnes is.
Oh, is it frozen again? Oh, for
She's
God's
the
sake.
devil.
Sorrel never thought that they would be agreeing with Tinsel so many times in one day.
It's
I
a
will-
not Christmas miracle.
Yeah, I mean,
Tan
yeah.
bringing us together.
I'm being insane.
There we go. You're working
Hello.
again.
Sorry.
Yay!
I don't know
No
if that's
problem.
charging, but I hope it is. Otherwise, I'll be running out of camera soon. Okay.
Meanwhile, Ginger becomes the DM and solves everything and elopes with Sorrel. The end.
Yay!
I
did
enjoy your
it.
Jared style of DMing.
We steal all of Karen's bouquets.
Right. Where were we? Before I froze.
We steal her wedding. It's our wedding now.
Oh, I was
Do
retrieving
it!
Namfoodle from Chris and asking if Chris has any handkerchiefs.
Chris sort of like checks in their robes, and then they pull out this hanky and goes, there it is. And starts sort of like patting their tentacles a bit, and then tucks it back in a sleeve.
So, does it look like the one that
No.
Enid was holding?
No.
No. Okay. What did that one look like that
It
Enid had?
was like just, you know, like really horrible orange and brown and green 70s swirly paisley
Mhm.
nastiness.
I love it, but yeah.
But definitely not like monogrammed or anything.
Oh, no.
Damn it.
Just tacky.
Tacky.
Who do we know who's tacky?
Everyone in this room.
Yeah, me.
So, Ginger's still talking to Agnes, right?
Yes.
Gross.
Mhm.
Now, dear, what are we going to tell your boss when we tell him that you murdered his girlfriend?
I did not. Please. Okay. Do not say anything. But last night I was not shopping. I was
What were you doing then?
I was at home drowning my sorrows. Ginger, have you ever been in love with someone and you did not know if they loved you back? They act as if you don't exist?
Yes, a few times.
It's awful, isn't it?
Yes. Do you have any wine with you? I'll partake.
She sort of like pulls aside, pushes aside some blooms in a bucket and produces this wine bottle.
Do I get the impression she's been drinking on the job?
There is a hint of alcohol on her breath.
Oh my god.
Kitty.
Kitty, kitty.
Yeah.
He's gonna destroy everything,
Right.
like Namfoodle. Do you have any glasses, or can I just
She sort of
Ginger
swigs it, and then just passes it to you.
Ginger will take a nice big swig.
No, Sorrel's face.
They're drinking together, Sorrel. What do you think that means?
You know, some days I just wish that I hate a lot of things, but I don't hate everyone. Some days I just want to tell them how I feel, and I feel like they're gonna think I'm grumpy all the time, or it's so hard, you know?
Okay, break it
know
up.
How it is. I know exactly how it is.
Someone's just storming across, like grumpy little legs going.
Cupid takes no notice of me, and I try, and he just does not want to know.
Can I'm gonna read on what race she is, or
Oh, sure. You can percept or insight,
Can I
whichever you
invest-
prefer. Oh, investigate.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll investigate. That is on proficient investigation. That's going to come to an 18.
Nice. So, as you sort of look at Agnes, you notice there's like a couple of things slightly off about her appearance. There's just like the slightest hint of some horns poking through her hair. There's under her robe, you can see a slight sort of swishing where a tail would be. And you're not quite sure, but you think maybe the back of her robes might be sort of slightly misshapen, as if she'd folded up some wings.
Wings.
So more than a tiefling.
A gargoyle.
Succubus.
I do a slight spit take on the wine.
She's like, oh, do not waste that. That's very expensive.
So expensive your day drinking at work, but okay, whatever.
I do not like cheap wine.
Suit you.
Have you tried using your charm on him? And yes.
He is resistant to my charms. Plus, I want him to love me for me. I want to know if he falls in love with me, it is not because I have used my ways.
Oh, honey. I think we need to start by getting you a new wardrobe, though, because this look is not...
She looks really offended now. She's like, how dare you?
It may be the wine talking. I'm gonna go. I don't think I should be drinking.
Yeah, we should go.
Great comment about her outfit, Ginger. High five.
Where are we going to?
Literally anywhere else.
I'm gonna lay down on the floor in shame. Just in the middle of the room. It's fine.
I'm gonna go to that side of the room, and I just walk away. And then I say, Tinsel, I miss you.
This is feel really good.
Just give like a really stern glare to Anya's. Like, Go over and kind of like awkwardly pat Ginger's shoulder, like, there. You okay?
Why won't they love me back, Sorrel?
And just walks away.
Just Tinsel and Ginger now. I kind of shake Ginger.
I just want to tell my small beautiful friend how I feel.
That's nice, Ginger. Did you give Agnes a list or?
I know how you feel.
I'm sorry, Matt.
Oh, you're so funny. It's killing me.
I don't know if she's on the naughty list or Karen's still on her own list. I think Karen's on the possibly a murderer list.
I think you should put Agnes on Karen's list, and then they have their own list, and it's like 2 people on a list, like just a normal list, and then I guess I would be the only one with my own. I mean, that's fine. I'd be okay with that.
I mean, you're also on a list with Namfoodle.
What?
You know, like I was just making a list of possible Christmas queens, and for the tree for this year's tree, I just wanted to look for the new Christmas topper, and it's at the moment that's between you and Namfoodle, and then there's this other one, and I don't know. It's the boss asked me to do it.
What?
And should I go?
And then I walk away to the other side of the room with everyone else. And I just tell them Ginger is losing it, and she really can't handle her views. She's saying ridiculous things that cannot possibly be true.
I think there's like some double strength wine there.
Just good shit.
She said it was wine, but it was just whiskey.
It's just straight Jack.
It was probably just like pure uncut vodka.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Old Crow.
Well,
so we know where Chris was, and we know where Agnes was.
Well, we know where Chris says he was. He was at an anonymous meeting.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the Lily being there, like, what would, if that like signals that Chris had something to do with it, or signals that he didn't, because what would he be doing with a Lily?
Ginger raises her hand from the floor and just says, "It may have been Karen. I think it might have been her because she hates customer service and is generally an awful person."
They all seem like pretty awful people.
Ginger's saying
Carter and
this
Tatiana.
loud enough for everyone to hear.
Yes.
Ginger.
She is losing the plot right now.
My wife.
It's probably the lilies and the wine.
So Karen stalks up to Ginger.
Who is just lying in a heap on the floor.
And she stands over you, and she's just like, "How dare you do this to me?" And her words just tail off into this screech, and her form just starts to shift and change, and her arms start to like shrink, and her body grows bigger and bigger, and then her head just like transforms, and you're just lying there looking up and just like,
I'm just looking up like, Ginger's like, this isn't, I don't know, this whole day seems pretty weird. Cool.
The other 3 just sort of like look at what's going on, and they just book it out the door. They're like, "Nuh-uh, none of this." Karen's scream rings in the air. Her hands, no claws, tear out her hair, and noxious fumes from every bloom erupt in clouds around the room. And though you want to stay alive, your body starts to shiver. For no mere mortal can survive the fury of Bridezilla! And
Got halfway through that room and I was like,
a Tyrannosaurus Rex is looming above you, Ginger.
Oh my god.
It's probably about time we rolled some initiative.
Oh boy.
well,
Bridezilla, she's here.
This isn't how I expected today to go. Oh,
Jesus.
let's see what I got.
Hey!
Wow.
And with initiative, that is
The initiative, that is 21.
excellent. Anyone else ready?
I got 15.
15 for Tan. Sorrel.
I rolled a 19, so plus 4 initiative is 23.
23. Wow, yeah. Tinsel.
I rolled a 1, so my total is 1.
You just like got the mirror out while the this is going on. Just,
Yeah, I needed a pick me up.
It's been a very stressful day for you.
Sorrel, there is a giant dinosaur looming over your wife.
I mean,
What do you want to do?
Oh god. I know that we kind of fled in terror. Did like the cashiers and stuff flee
No,
in terror as well?
That's who fled in terror, those three.
Oh, okay, so we're still there. Oh, thank
Yeah.
God. I was like, oh jeez.
You can see them like
Bye.
standing outside looking nervously in like the window.
I'm gonna have to get her attention. So I'm gonna go for a thunderclap first thing.
Okay.
Just
Con
kind of
save,
like
yeah?
bap! Yeah.
DC.
14.
Oh, she rolled a 1.
Ooh.
Alright.
Well, I guess I don't need any of these investigation notes anymore. So.
There's my D6.
Well done, Ginger. You did work it out though.
Alright, 4.
4. Okie dokie. Anything
I
else?
worked out that Karen was an awful person.
Nope.
Okay, and it is Ginger's turn.
Ginger's like, it's too early for this.
You're also prone.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to breach into Bridezilla's mind with Mind Spike.
Oh.
So the target needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, okay. 11.
That is a failure. And she's also a failure. It's fine. So
Oh, I'm so sorry, my
Zing.
camera's gone again.
Oh.
Excellent. I thought that was charging.
whoop,
Obviously not.
technology might hate you, but we love you.
Yeah.
I'll start rolling damage because it's 3d8.
Oh, sorry, I'm gonna have to close it and reopen it.
Also, I'm going to cast that at 3rd level as opposed to 2nd, so it's going to add an extra d8.
Oh, good, and that's now really weird and zoomed in and horrible.
It's brighter though. We can actually.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that worked.
Wow,
Oh,
it's just
that's
the
wonderful.
whole session.
You so well, Crystal.
If people want to help add stuff up, because I am an awful lesbian who can't count, 6, 4, 6,
Mm-hmm.
7.
23.
23.
19. Wait, oh, I missed the first one. 23.
So that's 23
Okay.
damage, yeah?
Yeah, 23 psychic damage.
Whew, nasty.
And also, I will always know her location while she is on the same plane of existence as me.
It's not a big
Nice.
shop.
She's in here.
So,
She's definitely a T-Rex, so.
she is here, she is large, she is not in charge.
Not anymore.
Bridezilla. That's so funny.
So, when
Okay.
she changed form, clouds of pollen erupted from the blooms in the shop and are floating around. I would like everybody to make a constitution save, please.
Oh, great.
Where's my d20?
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
17.
Well,
17, yeah.
I got
did we,
20, but not natural.
Okay, that's...
Did we twin it up, TK?
No, I got an 18. I don't know what you got.
Oh, okay. I rolled a 1. So that's
Well,
a
you're
2.
drunk, so.
Yeah, that does make sense.
So,
Ginger's a lightweight.
what did you get, Sorrel?
18.
Okay, so Ginger is the only one that failed. And you are going to take...
Hit me with it. Accept my death.
3 damage, but you're also poisoned.
Oh, that's not fun.
And then Karen is going to stamp on the floor. And I want everyone to
On
make
me?
another constitution save.
Oh,
great.
No.
The duality of man, that's a 20.
Whoa.
12.
There's no in between.
Huh. I got 17 this time. I'm rolling well, actually.
Did anyone get below 15?
I did.
Me too.
You both take 13 damage
Oh,
and are
Oh,
pushed
no.
10 feet back. The
Whoa.
rest of you take 6 damage.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
She's a bridezilla. She's not a normal T-Rex. And it is Tang's go.
Okay. So that wasn't like half your guys' hit points or anything, right? That's not that
It was
much.
a quarter.
Okay. So I'm gonna cast Bestow Curse, which the creature will need to succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or become cursed for 1 minute.
Okay, 1 wisdom save coming right up. 13.
Oh, that does not pass. I
Ooh.
had to beat 14. And so I can choose a number of things to do. I think so. I am going to say it's going to do this thing. While cursed, the target must make a wisdom saving throw at the start of each of its turns. If it fails, it wastes its action that turn doing nothing.
Okay. I have made a note. I will try and remember that now.
Yeah. I'll also try to remember.
I'm sure chat will remind us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that everything? Is that everything for Tanya?
yes,
Is Namfoodle
sorry.
doing
I don't-
anything?
Oh, I guess Sampoodle can do things.
Hell yes.
Release the Racken.
And what are our surroundings like in here? It's just like there's just flowers and
So, like, I don't know about any florist shops near you, but here it's basically like there's lots of buckets with the blooms in.
mm-hmm.
Lisa, tell me if I'm wrong here.
No, that's what it's like.
Yeah, so this is just like a big rectangular shop. There's a
Okay.
counter in one corner. There's the door to the back room. There's just like, shelves with the buckets of blooms all around the edges. There are the front windows with the displays in.
Okay. Well then, I guess Nampoodle is gonna scurry out, wiggling his chubby little body.
I love him.
And
His scrolled upon body.
yeah, and he's just gonna just run around Bridezilla's feet, just to kind of freak her out,
Okay.
making little like noises.
Little
Let's have him doing the help action then to whoever is next.
Yeah, sure. And Tan's heart swells with pride, by the way.
Tinsel.
Oh, okay. So Tinsel sees Namfoodle run forward to the Bridezilla, and she is not gonna be outdone, especially while Santa's helpers are watching. So she's just gonna run forward and take out her spear, which you guys have seen seems to have been bedazzled by some of the Valentine's decor in the shop. While you guys weren't paying attention, and then she's going to Valentine's spirit.
It doesn't have quite the same ring.
Yeah. A 21 to hit.
Definitely.
Shit.
Yeah, and why not drop some smites on this
Drop
Nice.
those smites.
lady. 5, 11, 15.
Oof. Nice.
And then she will take her second attack. A 25.
Wow, yeah.
Um, and we'll deal 5 piercing.
Okay.
I forget. Did the Bridezilla run up to Ginger?
It's standing over Ginger. Ginger, did
Okay,
you get,
so
did
like
you
I'm
stand
like
up?
I could. All right, so Ginger's like right there. And I guess she's reporting to Santa. So I'm going to make sure she sees me do this, and as my bonus action, I'll cast Shield of Faith on her, so her AC goes up too.
Ah. Thank you. I'm a squishy baby.
Actually,
Um,
Namfoodle was helping. Do you want to re-roll in case you crit those?
Oh yeah, I didn't.
Okay.
So thanks for helping, Namfoodle. Yeah, and actually, while I do Shield of Faith, I'll be like, can you do this?
You're sassing a
Lisa loves
raccoon.
him. Lisa loves him.
Sorrow.
So I'm gonna go ahead and Sorrel's also going to kind of like do a side eye at Ginger and cast Bardic Inspiration on Tan instead of Ginger this time.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Breaking my heart over here.
Well, you decided to get drunk with somebody. It's fine. You know, whatever. I don't care.
I'll talk about my feelings.
Oh, it's cool. Who cares? Who cares? Yeah, so gonna cast a Bardic Inspiration for Tan, and then also do cast Vicious Mockery since Bardic Inspiration is a bonus action.
What is
Nat
Bardic
one on that
Inspiration give you?
save.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was that?
I was
Bardic-
saying, what does Bardic Inspiration give me?
It will give you sorry, a d6 within the next 10 minutes. You can roll the die and add the number to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Cool, thank you.
No problem. And the save is 14.
Yeah, nat
wisdom.
1 on the save.
Nice.
Nice.
And 2d4, so that's well. So 5, just like, man, sure wish somebody was showing up to your wedding. Too bad they're not, right? I mean, pretty pathetic, isn't it?
Karen just goes, "Ah! Ah!" Ginger?
Sounds like a Karen.
I was corrected by someone in chat. Apparently, there was a
Don't
typo
worry
in
about it.
Xanathar's. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't worry about it.
Ginger is currently still lying down on the floor, just in the lay down and accept your death position. And is just going to what's she gonna do? Just gonna Eldritch Blast it. So I'll roll to hit. And just like I really don't have the energy for this. What is my bonus? 22 to hit.
Yep.
Yep,
That's a
and
hit.
because I'm level 5, that's going to be 3d10 and 2.
Excellent.
1, 5, 10.
16.
Yeah. So Ginger's just lying down, is just nonchalantly zapping the T-Rex. Like, I can't do this. I'm just.
Do you
Can
wait?
I
If you're
just
prone,
sleep?
isn't it disadvantage?
Oh, is it disadvantage?
I think so.
I
Disadvantage
don't
on
think
attack
you have
rolls.
disadvantage for casting while prone. Um,
Yeah,
but
it's
I
only
do
attack
think because
rolls,
you're in
yeah.
melee range.
Hmm.
I can re-roll it if you want.
Nah, I should have said earlier. Don't worry about it.
Well, it was exactly the same, so it
Oh,
doesn't
there you go.
matter.
Doesn't matter. There we go then. Okay, and if that's everything for Ginger?
Ginger uses a bonus action just to start sobbing.
No, that's a free crying is a free action. We know this.
Yes. Thank you, Strix.
Okay, so can everybody now make a strength saving throw as vines start to creep out of the buckets of blooms and make their way across the floor?
Should I have taken any damage from poison?
Actually, yes. At the start of your turn, you are now taking 9 more damage.
Okay, and am I rolling a con save at the end
Yep.
of my? Yep. Well, that's another natural one, so I don't think that's going to do anything.
You're still poisoned. Too much wine.
Yeah.
So yes.
What's the real poison here?
If everyone could make a con save. Oh no, strength save.
Oh,
Sorry.
strength.
Is this coming from Bridezilla?
She's making all the vines.
Did she has to make her?
It's a
hers?
lair action.
I don't know what that is, but I trust you.
It's a lair action.
Yeah, it's not her
Was it?
turn.
I rolled a 6,
Okay,
so it's
you
a
are now
5.
restrained.
Oh, you poor thing.
As the
Yeah.
vines
Got a
wrap
minus
around
1.
you.
Yeah, I did a 9.
Yeah, you're also
21.
restrained. You're fine. And 10.
I got a 7.
Okay, so Tinsel's fine. Everyone else take 3 piercing damage as thorns on the vines prick your skin as they wrap
Ow.
around you. And I better make a wisdom save. What's the DC on this save?
15. Wait, what did I say? 14, I think.
2.
It's 14, I think.
14.
Okay.
So no action from the Bridezilla.
Okay.
So
Very cool.
10.
Okay. Sorry. I think I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon.
Nice.
So I create a spectral weapon that will, like,
Please tell me it's a spectral raccoon.
it's a giant spectral raccoon and with diamond claws, and it's ready to grab. And so I'm gonna cast this at 3rd level. So its damage will be then 2d8.
You make an
And
attack.
I
with
think
it, don't you?
basically I can just make it attack people as a bonus action
Yes.
on my turn.
I think.
So I will do that.
Yes, make an attack with that.
Spam that raccoon emoji.
Is this would my roll to attack just be a wisdom roll?
Isn't it? Oh, this is a good question. Let me
Yeah.
find spiritual weapon for you.
I'm looking, but I don't know how to read the problem.
Spiritual weapon. Blah, blah, blah.
You make a melee attack.
Yeah, melee spell attack. So it's your spell attack bonus. So that's your spellcasting modifier. Cleric is wisdom plus proficiency.
Okay, cool. Okay.
I did think it was spell attack, but I wanted to check.
Yeah. Make sure. So I got a 17.
He just makes it.
Okay, and then that will be, what did I say? 2d8. Yep. Oh, cool. Okay, so that is going to be 14 damage.
Whew. Okay, and for your action?
My action was casting this spell.
No, it's a bonus action to cast it.
To cast spiritual weapon?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just a bonus action to
No, it's a
attack
bonus.
with
It's
the
casting
spiritual
time,
weapon.
one bonus action.
Oh, really?
Yeah, spiritual weapon is
What is
awesome.
this? Is an insane spell. I
Yeah.
never played a cleric before. What the hell? Okay.
But because
Valentine's
something
Day
else to do.
miracle.
because
That's
it's
wonderful.
a second level spell, you can only use a cantrip if you want to cast a spell, or you can make a melee attack, or you do, one of the other
Oh,
actions
okay.
and things.
Well, I cast it as a third level spell, but
oh right, yeah.
I guess I will cast.
How much damage was that again? I didn't write it down.
It was 14 damage,
Okay, thanks.
and let's see. I guess I'm going to cast Cure Wounds. Who needs me to cure them? Ginger? Okay, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Ginger.
Is that
Yes,
a
please.
cantrip? Yeah,
Oh, no, it's not a cantrip. Hold on.
it has. Yeah, it has to be a cantrip.
Sorry.
Getting my hopes up.
Sorry. In that case, I will cast Sacred Flame and just attack.
Okay.
Try and kill this thing with my abilities. Yeah, so that is an 11.
No, that doesn't hit.
Yeah.
Tinsel.
Yeah. I think seeing all of these vines shooting all over the place and capturing fans. If you'd allow me, if there's like an old Christmas wreath that didn't get bought, hanging somewhere in the back of the shop,
Mm-hmm.
she'll say like, two can play this game, and it's going to glow brightly as if Christmas lights are around it. And I'm going to drop concentration of Shield of Faith. Sorry, Ginger. But instead I'm going to use a second
Okay.
level to cast Bless on the whole party,
Mm-hmm.
to give you all a D4 on those saves.
Cool.
And I don't have a lot of bonus actions. I think that's all I can do. It's attack rolls and saves.
Okay.
I feel like we're making more saving throws than...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah. And there's a smell of Christmas greens in the air.
Nice.
Nice pine freshness.
That's my turn.
Sorrow.
All right.
Sorrel, I need that healing that only you can give.
I actually am going to cast Healing Word as a bonus action.
Nice.
Do I roll for this or does she roll for this?
Whichever you prefer.
I'll just roll for it.
Okay.
Okay. She's gonna go ahead and since I'm casting it I'm gonna cast it at level 1 and she's gonna get 6 hit points.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need them.
Oh jeez. And then go ahead and take out my crossbow
Okay, yep.
and take aim and fire. Oh, that just rolled off the desk.
Oh. Don't floor the dice.
23.
Yes.
Where's my D8? I found it. And 8 damage.
Okay.
Oh well, I just realized you have a candy cane still.
Oh, it's a pen, but yes.
Oh,
Oh,
that's awesome.
amazing.
Thank you.
On brand.
I was
Yeah.
just thinking that it was like taking a few minutes for you to eat that candy cane. I was like, okay, well,
I'm just a very slow eater.
live your life.
I always take a long time when I try to eat pens, though.
Ginger.
Just a personal quirk.
Ginger's just gonna look at her. Oh, Ginger's also gonna take some poison damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I
That
go.
is a very good point. Another
Gotta be honest.
8.
Okay.
Wait, I feel like I missed something. Why are you taking the poison damage?
The clouds of pollen poisoned her. She's the
Yeah,
only
the
one
the
that
thing.
first
saved.
thing.
Mm.
And I keep rolling awfully. It's great. Just gonna look at Bridezilla and go. Can I put you onto the manager? I'm sorry, I'm not qualified to handle this. Gonna cast sleep at 3rd level. I'm
Okay.
gonna see how many I need to roll for this. Okay. So I'm gonna roll 7d8. I'm definitely gonna need some help counting here.
Okay. Just tell me what they are as you roll them.
3, 7, 3, 1,
Mhm.
3 more, 3,
Yeah.
8, and last one, 7.
32?
Does anyone have less than 32 hit points?
Oh shit.
I absolutely do.
Nope.
Night night, Sorrel.
Oh no. No, no, my wife.
No, it's
My non-binary wife.
okay.
Wife is a non-binary term, people.
Yeah, Sorrel's just gonna slump
Sorrel
to the
falls
ground, I guess.
asleep.
Yeah.
Ginger's having a really bad day.
Ginger.
Anything else, Ginger?
Just gonna see that Sorrel's asleep and just go, ah shit.
Can everyone?
And is going to roll that con save to try and break the poison.
Uh-huh.
Don't forget your D4.
Oh, yeah.
my d4. That's gonna be a 14 plus, so it's plus 4, 18.
Yes. So you're not poisoned, but you're
Yes.
going to need to make a con save again, everybody.
Okay. And we all get plus a D4 on this?
Yes.
Very cool.
Yes.
Does being asleep affect my con save at all? Do I have to do like disadvantage or anything? Sorry.
I don't think Constitution affects you being asleep, to be honest. Unconscious.
Just
I hope
show,
not.
show
No,
off
doesn't
that
it-
signed DM screen.
Sorry, I was looking at stuff. I can.
So
Yeah.
with everything, I got a 19.
21.
Okay, pass,
Yeah,
19.
pass,
20, dirty.
pass. Yeah, everyone's fine as the clouds of pollen drift around again. Nobody is poisoned this time.
It would have been awful if I'd gone poison just after I broke it.
Indeed. So, was it 15 on your wisdom save? 10?
10.
15 on the wisdom save?
Oh, it's 14.
14. Oh, just makes it.
Okay.
Damn it.
Karen screeches. I'm not very good at dinosaur noises. But the screech
Amazing.
is very loud and very painful, and I want another constitution save from everybody.
Oh my god, Karen. Oh,
Erin.
There's a lot of saving going on.
17.
I got
What
21.
what kind of save?
Con.
Con still? A 19, sorry.
Okay.
12.
Okay, Sorrel, can you take 12 damage? Everyone
Yes.
else
Does
take...
that wake her up?
It does wake her up. It's very, very loud.
Yes.
All the roses by the counter that Tatiana has turned to stone just shatter with this ringing. And everyone else, 6 damage for everyone else.
Okay.
And Sorrel, you are awakened by this just enormous screech.
Just like drooling on the side of my face. Ah! Ah!
Tan.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Prayer of Healing, which is going to heal all of us.
Oh,
Wait.
Is that
that
what's the
10 minute
casting time on that?
Is that the 10-minute one?
Oh no, you're totally right. It is. Sorry. Okay, let's pass something else. So let's see here. I think I'm gonna do Cure Wounds then. Sorrel, you need to be healed the most, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
On a scale of 1 to your hit points, how well do you feel?
Well, first I feel betrayed and heartbroken.
Okay. Why are you saying you might need to be healed more, Ginger?
I'm feeling, on a scale of 1 to 33, I feel about a 7 right now.
Okay, I'm gonna cure you, I think.
Fair.
I don't know if we want to risk Karen getting a turn, but I also am able to help if Sorrel needs some too.
I'm also
I did
single
get
digits.
Ginger.
It's been a hard day.
Yeah.
Very stressful.
Okay, well, I mean, I can heal either one.
You
So-
get Sorrel, I'll get Ginger because I don't want
Sure.
Karen.
Sure. Okay, so Sorrel, I will heal you. Let's see here. I'm gonna cast this as a second level. So I'm gonna heal you for 10 plus 17.
Oh, thank you. This feels very good.
Delightful.
And then for my bonus action, I'm gonna attack again with the spiritual weapon.
Okay, yeah.
And that is gonna do 18 damage.
Wow, okay.
Wow.
I actually didn't add my spellcasting mod before. I didn't realize that I could.
On the attack.
Yeah, it says so. Or no, wait, hold on. No, I didn't. I did add it on my attack before. I was talking about something else. Okay, so that hits, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, man, I am really rolling super well. I wish this would happen on my podcast. So that's 14 plus
Big mood.
8. So that is 22
Ooh.
damage.
Nice.
Yeah, Karen's starting to look really beaten by this point.
Okay.
What's the Messiah Namfoodle doing?
Oh yeah, Namfoodle is gonna jump onto Karen. Jump onto her tail and scurry up.
Yes. Perfect.
Tinsel, you
And
get
in
scurrying
raccoon
noises.
language, he's just singing a little song of joy as he delights in his horrible eldritch hands holding onto her scales.
Eldritch hands.
There he goes.
Okay, so Tinsel, here Namfoodle can help you.
Yes. But I see that Ginger is doing poorly. and I'm gonna turn around and tell her, sober up, and I'm gonna slap you, laying on hands for
Laying your
15.
hands.
Slap on hands.
Yeah, I'm gonna slap on hands, 15 hit points.
Nice.
For me.
Yeah. You.
Not Sorrel.
No, wait, I thought
I
that...
healed Sorrel.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so, okay.
You want to trade? We can.
It's okay. I'll submit to being slapped. It's fine.
Good.
It's fine.
And
Probably
again,
lose
I
it.
don't think I have any bonus actions I can do. So that's it.
Sorrel.
All right, Sorrel's that wakes up and is like pretty mad. Somehow feels better than when they went to sleep. Mysteriously.
I've just seen the Eldritch hands in chat.
I have to ask like a super important question real quick. Is T-Rex Karen still wearing an angled bob?
Yes.
Forever.
Cool, that's all I wanted to know.
For some reason, like her soccer mom yoga leggings are still stretched around.
What a luck.
I see juicy across the back. I would love to cast Hideous Laughter,
Okay.
which is a wisdom save of 14.
Okay. Just fails.
Oh, yes. Oh, it feels
Okay.
good.
So she is this massive T-Rex just sort of like topples on its side and its little arms are just like Actually,
It didn't topple on me, did it?
no, can Namfoodle roll a dex save?
Oh.
I'm sorry, Namfoodle. I'm so sorry.
Namfoodle. I
No.
mean, what is Namfoodle's dex modifier? I would assume it's high.
Oh my god, I don't even know if there's a raccoon in here. Let's have a look.
Raccoons are notoriously
20.
dexterous.
23.
Plus 23.
30.
Yeah, 23 modifier.
You haven't seen how he moves? You know that he's quick.
I'm just
Does
trying
your-
to see if there's something
I
suitable in
rolled a
Bellows.
16, so
Oh
Do you
god,
wanna
yeah,
just
that's
say-
great.
Yeah.
Just say +2.
Yeah. Our worship of him is
I was
strengthening.
trying to
him.
find like maybe a monkey, but there doesn't seem to be any stats or anything like that.
he's
heard
no
that.
monkey.
But he would be as dexterous as one. He has little hands.
He has
20
eldritch
times more
hands.
dexterous than a monkey. 100 times more dexterous than a man. 1,000,000 times more dexterous than Bridezilla.
Namfoodle just like neatly leaps off of Karen. This is a
Good.
sentence I never thought I'd ever say. And just lands thump, right next to Ginger's head.
Oh, good. And he gives your hair a little stroke, which I don't know how you feel about that, but it is what it is.
She's just like, this is really not actually nice after the slap. Oh, yes. Right there. Yeah. Yes.
Good.
Thank you.
I'm so glad.
So Tasha Sidious laughter is prone. Is it incapacitated as well, or just laughing? I can't remember.
Fall prone,
Just
becoming
prone.
incapacitated, unable to stand up for the duration.
Incapacitated, and is that a save at the
Yeah.
end of its turn? Yeah. Cannot act or react.
believe
At
so.
the end of each of its turns and each time it takes damage, it has
Gotcha.
to make a
Oh,
save
yeah,
throw.
that makes sense.
But if it's triggered by damage, they have advantage.
Okay, Ginger.
Can Ginger try and break the vines that
Yeah,
she's still
sure.
restrained?
Sure.
Am I
Okay.
rolling a strength check on that?
How do you want to try and break them?
Dexterously?
Slip out of them.
If Dex
She wants to try and
Yeah,
slip them.
sure.
Okay. That's just a check, right? Not a save.
Just check. Yeah.
16.
Yep. No problem.
Okay,
Nice.
but that would have been my action. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, just gonna stand up and go over and stand in front of Sorrel. It's like, you're doing good. But it's just gonna go while there's this T-Rex cackling. It's like, I didn't mean to upset you. I'm just.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, fine. Okay.
Okay.
Well, we can talk about this after we deal with the bridezilla over here.
Fine.
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 Everything is fine. Yes.
So true.
Just pointedly stares at a laughing T-Rex, just like.
Fine to me.
Strength save, everybody.
No.
A strength save.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget your D4s.
Ooh,
If I'm still in the vines, do I still need to make a strength save?
Yes.
Okay. I failed.
So you are still wrapped in vines.
Okay.
Gotta.
19 saves.
14 after my -1.
14 saves.
13.
13 saves.
What? Okay.
So just Tan, take 4.
Take what?
4 piercing if you didn't
Okay.
save.
Yeah, I did not. Okay.
And I'm going to saving throw that laughter. Oh, I rolled an 18, so that's a save, yeah?
No. Yeah. It is.
Well, do you have to make my save first?
For
Curse.
for the curse.
Oh yeah, the curse.
what is the curse exactly? What spell's that?
You roll at the beginning of your turn, and
What spell
I don't
is
know.
it?
You might be that you just can't take action, so maybe you still would make a save.
Is it concentration?
Is it? Maybe. Where is it? Bestow
We're
curse.
very professional here.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, when you took damage, you need to make con saves on that then.
Oh, okay.
Unless you are concentrating on something else.
I don't know. I mean, it would be over soon anyway, so we could just say it's done. Because I think I've probably done other stuff since then that I shouldn't have done anyway.
Well, that was a saving throw at the end of the turn anyway, so it wouldn't have got an action because it's incapacitated.
Oh yeah, okay.
So it's Tan's turn.
Okie dokie. Does anybody else need to be healed?
I could use it, but it's not pressing yet.
Okay. Well, I'll just heal you. I think it's
That's fine.
I'll heal you for at a first level, cure wounds. So that will be Oh, dang, I'm rolling so good. That'll be 14.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Got the blessing of the dice today.
I guess. Well, I'm not using my actual dice. I think my actual dice must be faulty. This doesn't feel familiar to me. I'm using online dice and I'm succeeding. I don't know what to do.
Okay.
Tinsel, if that's Tan's turn done. Oh, did you want to do your spiritual weapon again?
Yep, I sure do. And let's deck. Oh, cool. So that's gonna be 17 plus 7, 24.
To hit.
And
Yeah.
then my damage will be 11, 18 damage.
Whoa. Okay. Karen's juicy leggings are hanging in shreds around her giant tyrannosaur butt, and her soccer mom
I
hair
can't believe I
is
considered us friends.
so mussed up that Tinsel can't bear to look at it.
I didn't know it was a bachelorette party.
Yeah, she's
Um,
looking bad. And it's Tinsel's turn.
All right, so I just slapped Ginger, and I see her over there, just kind of like arguing. So as a free action, I am going to emphatically roll my action. But as my action, I'm going to spiral my Valentine spear, and Valentine spirit.
Yay!
15 plus 5, so dirty 20. So it's just a d6 plus 3. So that was just 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
But then my extra attack, 19 plus stuff.
Yep.
All right, and then I guess I will drop a second level fight on this one. 8, 9, 10, 11, 14.
You didn't need that smite really because she had 1 hit point left.
Ah, well, I used it anyway.
And yes, your spear plunges deep in, and she lets out this last where she's lying on the floor because she hasn't got up yet. She's still prone. So actually, you probably should have had advantage on that.
To see if it was like extra badass. No, it wasn't.
Okay.
I didn't crit.
Her like head comes off.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I will like lean in with my spear, and just kind of like whisper in like her T-Rex ear hole, that her juicy leggings were so last year.
And then do you like skip out of the way as the blood starts trickling across the floor and pulling?
Oh yeah, I don't
off
want that
it?
to touch me. Gross.
Sorrel's like they're even though they're trying to like be mean, they're still like, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Karen is dead.
I really hope she did it.
Yeah.
Well, if she didn't, you know, Agnes is on a list by herself now.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And I'm on a list with Nymphoodle.
Man.
You don't have your own list anymore.
Yeah, I'm not speaking to Ginger.
That's okay. Nobody is today.
Is there any garbage in here?
Garbage bin.
Yeah.
It's a flower shop. I can vouch. There's a lot of garbage.
So I point to the garbage and I say, "Go fly, my messenger!" And Nymphoodle goes to have a snack.
And I'm gonna turn to Ginger and be like, "Really? Same list? Same list, Ginger?"
He's beautiful. Nymphoodle is like putting a rotten piece of flour into his mouth, and he makes eye contact with you, Tinsel.
Just the beady little eyes.
Yeah.
Those creepy hands.
So
Yeah.
the little bell above the door jangles, and the 3 members of staff sort of sheepishly sidle in, and behind them is this really miserable-looking gnome. He's just frowning, and he's got these little sort of wings on his back, and then there's like sort of a couple of guards behind him.
Cupid! I run up to him.
Tan, what are you doing here?
You said that, but all I can think of is Kewpie mayonnaise.
I don't know what that is.
It's Japanese mayonnaise.
Well, is he a white man? You summoned my friend, you know, to deal with your tragedy.
Yes.
Finally.
Yes. And I see, you've made quite the mess. But
And quite the discovery.
thank you for avenging the death of my love.
You know you can just use resurrection, right?
Well, thanks for all of your help.
Is that to me or Cupid?
It's to Cupid.
Cupid sort of like looks a little embarrassed, and then he's like, do have something here for everybody, if you like. And he gives you each a filter of love.
A filter?
Filter of love.
pH.
Like a
pH.
filter.
pH filter.
Oh.
And I have the page written down.
I think you've had enough to drink, Ginger.
Side eyes.
And what that does is, after drinking it, within 10 minutes after drinking, you become charmed by the first creature you see for an hour. If the creature is of a species and gender you are normally attracted to, you regard it as your true love while you are charmed. And
Do we know what these are?
he explains, yes, he does.
Oh, okay.
My special love potions for you. Normally distribute them this time of year. And he also holds out a quiver to you. And this as well.
What is this?
It's one of my spare quivers. I don't really use it much now. It's a quiver of Elona.
So it's basically like the quiver equivalent of a bag of holding.
Mhm.
Delightful.
Equivalent. Nice.
I really hope that was the joke you referenced earlier.
No, I forgot my joke completely. I
Oh,
had
no.
it written down and I still forgot it.
At least we
Valentine's
still
Day.
have. At least we still have Karen and a mom Bob as a T-Rex. We'll always have
Yeah.
that.
We'll always have Karen.
Ginger would like to, if she wants to have a look around for any roses which have survived the flower massacre.
Roll perception or investigation.
Okay. Do an investigation. 22.
Ooh. Roll a d20.
Oh, sorry, 21, but
Just roll a
Well, never mind.
11.
You find 11 red roses tucked behind the counter with a
Aw,
little note
delightful.
saying one short on it.
She'd like to I'm just gonna go to the counter and put down like some gold and talk to Tatiana and say, would you mind if she holds them out for zapping?
Tatiana pushes the gold back to you. And then she lifts her veil and gazes upon them, and they all turn to stone. And then she sort of looks under the counter and then pulls out one more rose and adds it to the 11.
Thank you. You're a beautiful soul.
She says, thank you for helping uncover the murderer.
I mean, we also solved your customer service problem, so.
Oh, she was an awful woman. Thank you. I'm glad she's gone. But next week there will be another.
Hopefully not as scaly.
We hope so. We can only
And
hope.
Ginger's just going to sheepishly wander over to Sorrel. With
In the
roses
meantime,
behind her back.
in the meantime, Sorrel has been like hiding their filter of love inside of a flower vase because they think it's super creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, oh yeah, this is great.
I'm gonna feed mine to Namfoodle.
Yes!
Who does Namfoodle gaze at?
Oh, let me have a look.
I hope
Is
it's
that the
tinsel.
silver mirror?
It's Tan.
Oh,
He
happy
throws his
ending.
little arms around your neck and gives you a big hug.
Oh, I hug him back and I'm charmed by him.
I just want tinsel to fall for Namfoodle.
Yeah. Tinsel definitely drinks the potion while staring into the hand mirror.
Wow, Tinsel, you're your own true love.
Who
I
would have
did find
guessed?
I wouldn't
Tinsel's
wish
like,
it on
this isn't
anyone
working.
else.
I don't feel any different.
I feel great.
Oh man.
So Ginger's just going to tap Sorrel on the shoulder and say, I know we have our moments, and I know I'm not the easiest person to get along with. But you never seem to mind. And you always seem to like me for my grumpy bar humbug self. Sometimes we argue, but and then she just procures the roses and says, Be mine.
Aw.
Sorrel just like takes this enormous bundle of roses that's way bigger than them and just like
Of
holds
stone
it.
roses.
Yeah, and just like holds it and like looks up and just like starts fucking ugly crying. It's just like those big old eyes. It's just like snot is everywhere. It's really gross.
Aw.
Just
Ginger's
like
going-
straight bawling.
Ginger's going to get down on both her knees and just mwah, on the cheek.
Sorrel's just gonna like put their head into Ginger's shoulder and just be like, I thought you were gonna die. Just like ugly sob. Gross. It's really gross.
If someone dies, if I die, I want it to be because you knuckle dusted me.
It's just Aw, and then hug. Little tiny child hands.
Yeah, it's just like you're the only one on my list.
Aww. Make like weird eye contact with Tinsel as she says that.
Just like,
Tan and Namfoodle are also gonna come hug with our respective tiny weird hands.
Oh, yay!
Tinsel is gonna come up and like just stand right next to you guys as she gazes lovingly at her hair.
Namfoodle grabs you into the hug.
Okay, I guess it happens.
like tiny little eldritch hands.
Here we go.
Aw. And the camera fades to black. Aw.
Yay! Happy Valentine's Day.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh,
It was so
so-
fun.
That was so fun.
That was so
Delightful.
cute.
I love playing with my sleigh bells.
Romance.
It's always exciting.
I will say that a lot of that was way too real, flower shop wise and customer service wise.
Customer service.
I've done
I used
my
to
research.
I used to cut Karen's hair, so
Mm.
I know all about that mom bob.
And those leggings.
Oh. Thank you for playing, everybody. And thank everyone in the channel for watching. If you missed any of it, I am archiving and I'll be putting it up on YouTube afterwards. So, has anyone got any messages? Who wants to go first? As we wrap up.
I think our Christmas queen should go first.
Oh.
Namfoodle.
No special messages. I'm still Lisa Chen, still at Merciful DM. And I love playing with this group. You
Oh,
ladies
we
are
love you
so much
too.
fun. You slay me. You slay bell me. I did a pun just for Mass.
Oh, thank you.
Even if we do have the weird tag along raccoon.
Namfoodle's okay.
MVP.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
Lisa, you got a game on Monday, haven't you? Though. That's
Oh
Tuesday?
yeah, I on Monday at 5:30 Eastern time, I am going to be on Don't Split the Podcast Network's Twitch page, recording another delve into Undermountain. I am playing a kobold named Courage. in a group of a bunch of
Aw.
little monsters.
That's really cute.
And it's another really fun
Cool.
group. So join, and you can listen to the first episode. It's being released on Don't Split the Podcast Network Presents podcast.
That's Noel's network, right?
Yeah, same
Yeah.
network.
Well, it's not. It doesn't belong to me, but my
But-
podcast is on there. Yes.
Yeah.
Tell us about your podcast.
Me. I'm Noelle. My podcast is called Dames and Dragons. I play D&D with another group of really awesome people. It is a homebrew 5e adventure with teens, poop jokes, and animals, and I play a mean Genasi teenage girl. It's a really great time. So you can find that anywhere you can find podcasts or at damesanddragons.com. Follow us on Twitter at Dragon Dames, or you can just follow me on Twitter at Noelle Cherie, NoelShiri.
Cool. TK?
I don't really have any announcements. I'm always glad to play with you guys, even though it's like this would be the second time that I've played as a player in like 10 years. So I'm still getting used to the dynamics and stuff, but it's always nice to have you guys like guiding me and sending me really secret silent messages through the camera.
You really are such a natural.
Yeah.
You're fantastic to play with.
Yeah, I'm still doing the scary stories on Twitter. TK joins the fray. That's pretty much.
And
And
you
you did
are a
that
part
really
of an
cute
upcoming.
Oh, and I'm in a zine that's upcoming. Yeah. So check out Dice Camera Zine. I wrote that down. I know what I'm talking about. So that'll be coming out. When's that coming out? April? May.
We're hoping to get it out before PAX West this year, so expecting it around August, September to be published.
Cool.
And
I'm a
we'll tell it to
liar.
everyone.
No, the
So,
deadline is
Maybe
April.
sometime this
The
But
I think, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a charity zine for Child's Play.
Yep.
The Child's Play. Yes. Delightful.
Awesome.
Yes. So I am running Dice Camera Zine, which is a Waffle Crew and Dice Camera Action themed zine, which is collating all of the artists and writers, homebrew writers and creators in the community to into one publication for Child's Play to raise money. And that's really exciting. We've just announced all the artists and creators for that, and there's a fantastic list. I definitely recommend going to check it out at Dice Camera Zine on Twitter. Then there's me. I'm doing my normal stuff, just cosplay, art, rambling about D&D and the Waffle Crew. I have a show with Power School RPG and Flying Shirius, who's in the chat, which is the Dice Camera reaction show Waffle Talk, which is on every Tuesday at 6 p.m. PST over on Power School's channel. Hopefully might be on the D&D channel sometime soon. We don't know. We'll figure that out. Apart from that, I want to say thanks to Maz again, because
Yeah.
their DMing is always so amazing, and
Aw.
we love them.
This adventure
And-
was super fun,
Yeah.
and it's on the DMs Guild.
It is. So
Yes.
Yeah. Look up. Go search Cupid's Rose, because I released it quite a while ago. I got it ready early this time. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be getting some Valentine's character sheets made up. I've written it down on my planner to do every day for the past fortnight and not done it yet. So I do need to do that. Thank you again, Kayla, for that amazing art that we were using
Yes.
in the run-up.
Yeah.
to
Thank you
hype
so
this
much,
up.
Kayla.
It's gorgeous, and she did the art on the cover of the adventure. It just looks fantastic, and I love it. I appreciate it so much that she helped out with that.
Everyone needs to go and follow Kayla on Twitter.
Yes.
Um,
She's doing a giveaway at the
um,
moment.
yes. Her at is KAYNCLI.
Yeah, it's down in the bottom corner. Where's my down there at the bottom there. I'll be doing something for the zine as well. I'll be writing a small one shot. So if you've enjoyed this, look out for my Planescape themed adventure in the zine. We'll be going somewhere in
Very
Sigil.
exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've got some
My favorite.
I've got some other things planned one-shot wise to publish on DM's Guild. And you can always find me on Twitter making my wonderful puns at Masmataz.
Wonderful puns and summer necroyancy.
Necroyancy. Yeah, I had to change my camera angle because some of my secret stuff was in view.
Oh no.
It's in a pile, so you can't really make out what it is. But we had a little stream yesterday making the Strix arms. Woo.
That's not creepy.
No. It's Namfoodle's Eldritch Hands.
No.
Very scary.
No.
I'm shaking.
No.
I think maybe Ginger needs to think about taking Namfoodle as her patron.
That would be so cool.
Cute.
Yeah, I completely forgot what I was going to say now.
Maz, somebody in the chat just said that they drew Karen. Can they
Yes,
post it, or is it
please post
spoilers?
Karen, please post
Okay.
Karen. I would love to see that. I was only
Yes.
trying to avoid spoilers before you guys played because I didn't want to spoil what I was going to do for you.
Cool.
And oh yes, I completely forgot my joke. One of the other staff was meant to say that they thought that Chris was taking illicit substances.
Ugh.
I forgot all about it, and I'm very
It's funny. I'm
annoyed
the only
myself.
one who laughed. That's weird.
That joke seems to have
Don't,
diluted.
don't.
Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. Thanks guys for playing. I always love playing with you.
Thank
Thank you so
And
much.
bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.